What is going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Today is Thursday, January 4th. Go ahead and smash that like button for me if you are tuning in. And if you are in the live stream, go ahead and comment down below. As the title says, warning, the market is crashing. I do want to go ahead and start off. It might be a little bit of clickbait, but not really. I did actually see another flash crash that actually happened earlier today, which is actually not to my surprise, to be honest. It's not to my surprise, honestly. I think what we're seeing should be expected. I know a lot of people are going to be probably in shock and disbelief, but I did mention to all of you that we should be expecting a lot of volatility in the markets. Anyways, with that being said, let me go ahead and start sharing. Let me go ahead and start sharing the live stream on my Discord. So give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and do that right now. Let me go ahead and do that right now. I'll just do it right here on my phone. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day today. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. You might be watching me for the second time today. So excited to go ahead and have all of you here. Damn, we already have 6 viewers so quick. Good morning, Goldie Crypto. Thank you, Happy Syntax. How's it going? Good morning, bro. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day or going to have a wonderful day today. I apologize for the delay right now. Let me go ahead and start posting this on all my channels right now. Let me go ahead and head over to YouTube, or sorry, my Discord. Let me head over to my Discord real quick and let everybody know that we are officially live. Give me 1 second. Let me know down below if there's any tokens that you want me to go ahead and talk about today, or any questions or concerns. Start getting the smart contracts ready or ticker symbols for me. So I posted it on my Discord. Everybody's getting notified on Discord. Now let me go ahead and head over to Twitter. We are now live. I'm actually liking this volatility in the market. You know why, chat? Because I get to spend time with you twice a day. So I'm really enjoying the markets that we're seeing. Do you want me to go? Is this a good time for all of you, by the way? For me right now, it's around 10. It's around almost about to be 10:30. I've been testing between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I was supposed to do another video today, but since it's already kind of the end of the week and I started the week a little kind of off, I'm going to go ahead and stick to doing 2 live streams a day. Officially Monday through Friday, that's going to be the goal, unless there's something like a lot of volatility during the weekends, which we usually don't. But let's cross our fingers we do, because the more action we get in the market, whether it's bullish or bearish, the more time we get to spend together, and the happier I am. Talk about having a boring life, right? It's like all I can think about is live streaming and talking about crypto, but I hope all of you feel the same too. Anyways, with that being said, do expect I am going to be pushing for 3 videos a day. That's going to be the goal, but for sure I could go ahead and commit to 2 live streams a day, and then I'm going to work on a schedule to go ahead and post probably every Monday. I'm going to go ahead and start posting like evergreen content, like actually start talking about a little bit more about the infrastructure and the blockchains, and actually reading white papers to a lot of these tokens, like let's say for example ICP Maker, and actually talk a little bit more about those projects in a technical format, not technical analysis, but more in the blockchain infrastructure, if that makes any sense, right? Kind of more like evergreen content. That way, so I could be posting, if I could go ahead and stick to like 5 to 7 videos a day, or like, or not a day, a week, like let's say 5 actual like evergreen videos a week with 2 live streams, and then follow on the weekends I could do Saturday and Sunday live streaming, and then do shorts. I think that's definitely going to take the video, the channel, to at least producing over, if I can produce over 60 videos plus a month, that should get us to the goal of 10,000 subscribers, hopefully in a year. I'm just doing the math, man. I'm just really doing the math, right? So I definitely do want to go ahead and commit more onto the channel. But anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the market. Looks like Glenn is finally here. Hey John, whenever you're ready for a good meme coin, I'm bullish on thereto. They got rugged earlier today. Def G'd, deleted Telegram, deleted Twitter, but they have a successful community takeover. Awesome possum. That's usually one of the best tokens, to be honest. And what do you guys think about my freaking my thumbnail, by the way? It has like a little UFO crashing. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Maybe I'm getting a little too excited about it myself. But let's go ahead and wait for this thing to load, dude. Literally on my right screen right here, because this is where I have my streaming software. My screen, my comments are not loading up. Right here, it's not loading up either. So give it a few minutes. Let's see if we can give it a few minutes while chat loads up on this end. With that being said, Glenn, let me go ahead and give it a few minutes while this thing loads up. But let's go ahead and start off with crypto bubbles. As we see, obviously, we saw some sort of correction right now. To some of you, it might be morning, and to some of you, it might be at night. So hopefully you didn't wake up with a panic. But looking at the fear and greed, as I expected, we do have greed a little bit higher. The next update will be in 17 hours. So you'll be seeing me in a couple hours again today, right? So 72, no surprise to that. Let's see if the comments finally loaded up. Okay, there you go. Bailey, how's it going, my guy? Glad to have you here today, bro. Even though we talked earlier on Discord. Damn, dude. Shout out to cat community, bro. This thing's up over 69%. All right, let's go ahead and look at Tato. Tater tots. 274,000 market cap, liquidity, as Solana tokens don't matter. Apparently, this token got rug pulled from what Glenn says. But he has been calling some pretty good plays. So, you know, high risk, high reward. I would suggest if you do throw any money, throw in a couple bucks. But it does look like we're seeing a lot of big buys, which is actually quite surprising, right? By the way, if you want to go ahead and get this kind of alpha, which Glenn, Dabmaster, and Billy actually share on the Discord, go ahead and join the Discord. If anybody could go ahead and share the Discord, that'd be great, Glenn or Billy. Really would appreciate it. Completely free. I was actually just talking to Billy today and Glenn how in the next couple months, within probably like 2 to 3 months, I'm thinking maybe sooner. I don't think it's going to be sooner, but in the next 2 to 3 months, the Discord is going to be a paid version. It's not going to be much. I'm thinking probably like around $39. And then we're going to have like a free version. I'm thinking anywhere between 39 to like 12 bucks a month. I think anything over that's a little bit pricey. But my goal will be to provide a lot more value because now I have a researcher on the team. Soon we'll be getting an editor on the team. So I'm going to be pumping more content and I'm going to have someone editing my videos. So it's going to be more efficient for me to do this. And the bigger the team expands, obviously the cost goes up higher as well, right? But not with the Discord team. I think the Discord, I think 39 bucks should be good. And in plus right now too, I also have a script writer that's going to be helping me do courses. So I'm going to be trying to provide as much value to all of you in the next 6 months. So definitely expect a lot of growth and collaboration moving forward. But what is this potato? Oh, the token's called potato. I'm like potato. That makes sense. So yeah, let's go ahead and look into the charts because that's what I really want to go ahead and show. I know a lot of you might be starting work or are getting ready to start your day and you don't have all the time to go ahead and spend with me, unfortunately, but let's go ahead and get straight to the charts. All right, we're going to go ahead and look at Solana right now because I know a lot of people are heavily bullish on Solana. Looking at the freaking daily right here, we do see that we did see a massive pump, and we are seeing, I mean, you can't really see it on the daily, but on the hourly, you can see more of a rejection, right? I did mention earlier today on the live stream that we were going to possibly go ahead and come back down and probably retest this area one more time. So if we do go ahead and get rejected at the 104, we do expect Solana to go ahead and break support at 97, coming back down to 84. I think it's very possible. I think right now everything's looking a lot more bearish than expected. Especially with this flash crash. I don't know how much money they actually got out of the market, but you know, crashes like this it's not too good, right? Because it does get a lot of people wrecked, and we do lose support, and we kind of lose the momentum that we were picking up. So like right now on the 1 hourly, it looks decent, but on the 15-minute chart, it does not look too well, in my opinion. I mean, we are seeing the RSI getting ready to squeeze up. We are in this consolidating phase. So if we do go ahead and lose this area of support, we are more than likely going to retest 96. We're going to retest 99, and then thus we go down to the downside, which would be our price target at 84. I think my price target is going to be around 69 to 74. I mean, it would be probably a good shorting opportunity, in my opinion. I wouldn't be going long unless tomorrow we get the news that ETF gets approved and like everybody goes bullish. But honestly, it's looking more bearish than bullish at this point. And the reason why I say that is due to the fact that we could have considered probably this sort of area of support around here. If we would have, bounced from this area and climbed up, it would have looked really good for us. But we literally lost, I guess, it's not even support, to be honest. But we did lose this momentum. And when we get momentums like this to the downside, it does take us a little bit longer to recover. And even if we were to find support, I would ideally like to see it around this 101 area, hold above it. And so far we've been following below that, so it is giving a sign of weakness, and we're also seeing that on the RSI. So it is looking quite bearish. And also on Bitcoin, I actually drew this earlier today. If you actually caught me today on live, by the way, welcome everybody. Smash that like button for me. We're also seeing the same thing happen with Bitcoin. I didn't mention that I actually called this back in Thursday, in January, or January. Are we in January? Yeah, January 4th, my bad. I don't know why I was thinking July for a second. But yeah, so Thursday, which was actually, wait, that's today. That's today for me still. I apologize. I'm like so off with my days because I'm looking at the 30-minute chart. But I actually called this earlier today that we were going to go ahead and bounce back, retest $44,000 right here on Bitcoin. And we were more than likely going to go ahead and get rejected, right? So this area right here, we can break above and hold above $43,000. And we can at least touch back up to 44,000 and climb back up. This is over for Bitcoin, and we will be retesting $42,000. And in my opinion, I think we're going to lose the support. I think Bitcoin has more signs that it's also going to go ahead and lose the support, especially with this massive liquidity grab. I mean, we literally saw Bitcoin go as low as $42,000 on this wick. So it's not looking too good for anything right now. Bitcoin's not looking good. The DXY, we're actually seeing a reverse to what I've been warning everybody about. Can this have a massive reversal where it literally squeezes out all the bears? 100%. And there's a reason why I don't like calling tops or bottoms, right? I'm just here to go ahead and give you my warnings of what I see in the market. But it's, in my opinion, it's not looking good. You could go ahead and argue otherwise. As I mentioned, unless we have a miracle where we have a super pump and it breaks through everything, then it's super possible. It's crypto, right? Probably later on today, by the time you're ending your day, we might have, you know, Bitcoin retesting these levels, but I really highly doubt it. Hope I'm wrong, but it's looking more bearish in my opinion. So if we don't go ahead and see Bitcoin break above, I would say 43,871, we are going to go ahead and get rejected. So let me go ahead and put this price target right here. I'm going to put it right there. So 43,821 or 4,300. Dude, I can't even freaking think right now. 43,812. I did take a quick little nap earlier today. But yeah, if we don't go ahead and close above this, we're done. We're toasted. And this area of support, it's not even really an area of support either. This is kind of like between resistance and support. So we're more than likely going to retest $41,000 and more than likely lose that support there too and come back down, especially with the news of the ETF. If it gets delayed or anything, you could also see a massive dump on Bitcoin. We are seeing retail kind of lose its confidence in the market, and we're kind of seeing that right now. And the reason why retail is losing that confidence is because retail is getting wrecked. Retail is getting wrecked right now with these liquidity grabs, and that's the reason why I'm saying that this is very dangerous when we have price actions like this. Can it go the opposite way? 100%. But it's not looking good when we have these massive flash crashes. We already had what, freaking 2 this week, if I'm not mistaken, and we had literally 1 a couple weeks ago. And let me go ahead and read some comments. But yeah, that's pretty much for Bitcoin. It's not looking too well. Let me go ahead and read the comments real quick. Hey, Glenn says I'm doing dishes. It's 1:30 a.m. here. Damn, dude, you're doing dishes at 1:30. Hey, Goldie says, Glenn, can you do my dishes for me? 100%. Just ship them over, Goldie. I should get them back to you in 1 to 2 weeks. Hey, Ryan, how's it going, my guy? Good morning, my guy. Hope you're doing well today. D-Wolf, how's it going, bro? Hey, shout out to D-Wolf, guys. Go ahead and check out his channel. He has some really good technical analysis. Let me see if I can check his channel here directly. Yeah, shout out to D-Wolf. He has really good content, by the way. He's been doing TA for a while. So if you want to go ahead and get precise freaking technical analysis, go ahead and check him out. So let me go ahead and share his channel down below. He's really good with what he does. He's been trading for a few years now. I have to learn a lot from him, man, because I've had conversations with D-Wood about the meme coin trading. He's like, bro, you have to have stop losses, and I'm like, yeah, man, I gotta stop that degen trading. So I'm I'm growing as a trader, man. That's all I gotta say, right? I know what I do wrong, what I do right, but yeah, the goal is to learn from other people that are obviously successful. And what I can go ahead and tell you, he's definitely a lot more successful with me when it comes to trading and charts. So if you want to get better with technical analysis, I would go ahead and recommend all of you to go ahead and check him out. All right, he has really good TA. So with that being said, appreciate you, bro, for tuning in, man. I really do appreciate you a lot. So with that being said, oh yeah, the DXY. So I've been talking about the DXY. This is the reason why I've been extremely bearish in the market, and I know I've been getting a lot of poop for it about it, and they're like, John, you're super bearish, and the only reason why I've been saying that is because the DXY has been giving us signs that we needed a sort of reversal, right? And I've been talking about the RSI getting to these levels where they get overextended, if you want to call it, or oversold. And typically when we have that, we always see some sort of reversal, right? And I've been talking about the DXY, and I've been talking about the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ, how we're getting at very critical areas. I mean, look at the NASDAQ right here. I've literally been drawing this line back over here for the last couple weeks. Since December, I've been talking about some sort of move like this. Can this be an area of support? Possibly, but right now the whole entire markets are screaming for a reversal, right? This is the most healthiest things that could happen in the market. As I mentioned, can it go ahead and do the opposite, where, you know, some massive news come in and it changes the whole entire perspective? 100%. But in my opinion, I feel like the ETF is going to be the buy the rumor, sell the news. We had previous ETFs in the past a few years ago, and the market's dumped. People are just excited because BlackRock is supposed to be the biggest one, and I understand BlackRock is one of the biggest institutions out there. But dude, I don't think BlackRock is going to be buying Bitcoin at $50,000 to $60,000. If anything, I think that's going to be retail buying the hype and getting wrecked, and then institutions going to buy when Bitcoin dumps 30 to 40% from whatever price levels it is. I don't know. Maybe Bitcoin hits $6,000 to $8,000 before we have a retracement, right? As I said, I don't know. I think my price target for Bitcoin probably being the highest around 48,200. But right now, in my opinion, we're seeing signs of weakness, and we're also seeing the DXY reverse. So the DXY is holding this area of support around the 102, unless the DXY loses this area of support right here at the 102.116. We could be approaching 99.646, which in my opinion will then take Bitcoin towards these levels of 48,200. But yeah, we need to get some crazy news for that to happen. We need to get some crazy news for that to happen on the DXY, and we're already seeing the stock market kind of seeing some sort of top as well. It doesn't mean it's the end, but it could be a temporary dip before we have another pump to the upside. I do expect probably the DXY, if we were to go ahead and say, you know, ideally, we'd probably get rejected around the 103. But I strongly believe that we could probably be approaching towards these higher levels at the 104 and above before we see some sort of reversal in the DXY where we have the market pumping. The good news is, in my opinion, typically when we see this kind of movement where we see Bitcoin dominance kind of fall off, we typically see all that money start moving slowly into altcoins. We will go ahead and have some sort of dump on altcoins like we are kind of seeing now, but we're actually seeing a very quick recovery on the altcoins, right? With Bitcoin, typically that's what we see, right? We see Bitcoin dump, then we see one of the top altcoins dump as well, which is Solana. So right now my eyes are on Bitcoin and Solana. As soon as Solana begins to dump as well, I think a lot of this money is going to start flowing into other altcoins, because a lot of the ERC20 tokens haven't pumped. You have to keep that in mind. A lot of these other tokens, if you go actually to CoinMarketCap, a lot of the freaking tokens have not pumped. There's a good amount of tokens that have not really pumped these last couple of days, and that's why I've been talking about, you know, focusing on these higher cap altcoins, and also focusing on, you know, tokens that are in the gaming sector and DeFi. Yes, these are a little bit more speculative, if you want to go ahead and call it, but since everybody's putting their focus on Solana and Solana meme tokens, a lot of that money is going to flow into these metaverse tokens and other Solana tokens as well, right? I would focus mostly, not financial advice, but I would go ahead and focus on DeFi tokens, right? Like Beam is a pretty good one. That's kind of like a launch pad. MEXC is something with gaming too, I believe. Illuvium, it's like a higher cap altcoin. I mean, that's at $88. It was one time at $1,000. Can it reach that again? I don't know. Maybe, but we do know there's a lot of institutional buying. C to 5 fund. This is another gaming launch pad at $3. And these are the kind of tokens that I believe, in my opinion, you should be putting more focus on. I mean, even looking at this chart right here, it looks like this thing's about a pump as well. So Bitcoin and Solana dumping. Solana has taken a lot of the interest into a lot of the altcoins. So all the money has been focused on Solana and Solana meme tokens. So as soon as Bitcoin and Solana dump, all that money is going to start flowing into all these other tokens that haven't pumped, right? So this is kind of a buying opportunity. You should actually be happy and kind of cheering for a Bitcoin correction, because that's going to follow with the Solana. And as soon as Solana corrects as well, all that money is going to go into these other altcoins, especially the ERC20 tokens. And then we're going to have that money inflow into a lot of these meme tokens. This is the reason why we're seeing Friends right now with a 66% bump. You know why? Well, Solana is dumping. Why would Friend, go, currently it says 24-hour 80% pump? Because the money's going into the meme tokens. We're also seeing, Dog Without a Hat, 27% pump, right? We're also seeing some sort of reversal picking up. We're seeing Cat right here that a lot of you have been calling out these last couple of days, 85% pump in the last 24 hours. So a lot of that money is inflowing into a lot of these meme tokens. I mean, look at Myro, 43% on the 24-hour volume. So the thing is, this is the only negative thing when it comes to this, right? And I've been saying this over and over again. Just remember this. When Solana dumps, if Solana dumps, let's just say if it dumps, you're going to have two case scenarios with a lot of these meme tokens, right? They're either going to dump a lot because the community is not strong, or they're going to pump a lot because the community is strong. So if you are getting into these Solana meme tokens, which are super, 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 super risky, but if you're into those tokens that are community driven, there's a high probability these things will continue to pump even higher, because now we're going to be getting into all that money is going to start flowing more into these meme tokens. I mean, look at this token. It's a 53 million market cap. I don't care what you want to say, how you feel about meme tokens. I told you I'm not trading meme tokens for a cool minute. I've had enough with this freaking losing money with the meme tokens. Super, super gamble and degen. But I know a lot of you love the meme tokens, and I would say if you want to get exposed to the meme tokens and the volatility, look for these higher cap meme tokens. 53 million is not light, dude. I feel we haven't even started the bull run yet. So imagine what it will look like when we are in a bull run. I think I'm talking about probably 100 million plus market cap with a lot of these meme tokens. So 53 million, it's not light. So this is where I think a lot of the money is going to be flowing into these tokens. We're also seeing some sort of reversal that might be picking up as well with Ponky. Looks like it actually dumped, but this one's sitting at a 7.71 million market cap, and we saw it reach as high as 40 million, right? So there's a few tokens out there that if you really want to be exposed to, the degenerate side of crypto, focus on the higher cap altcoins. Now, if you want to go ahead and turn, $40 into 17 million, as they say on the article or something like that, or was it 1.7 million? Maybe expose yourself to these kind of tokens, but I wouldn't recommend throwing no more than $300. And just know that these are pure gambles, man. This is like betting on black or green or black and red. I don't even know my roulette colors. But yeah, this one's at 216,000 market cap. But if this thing pumps, this thing's probably going to go ahead and surpass 10 million plus market cap. So imagine the kind of percentages that you could go ahead and see on this. But as I mentioned, these are just a little bit more of a higher risk side. So just make sure you know what you're getting into. And if you want to go ahead and keep up with with all these kind of news on a lot of these meme tokens, there's a lot of people, a lot of our mods on our Discord channel that actually are very knowledgeable on these meme tokens. Glenn has been calling a lot of good plays. So has Dabmaster. And they've been talking a lot about airdrops with Cosmos. So I don't know about any of that, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm literally just dabbling back onto DeFi, and that's actually what I'm focusing on. That's the reason why I'm kind of staying away from the meme tokens, because I want to focus more on the DeFi sector to be able to provide you more value. But join the Discord chat, dude. It's completely free for now. And all our mods are very, very knowledgeable. They're probably a lot more knowledgeable than me, to be honest. They go ahead and share their opinions and a lot of plays if you're into these meme tokens, because I know a lot of you are. As much as I tell you not to do it, I know a lot of you will go ahead and do it. So yeah, if that's what you're interested in, go ahead and join the Discord down below. It's completely free. It doesn't cost you anything, by the way. Just grab some breakfast. Nice, man. What are you eating? Goldie Crypto says Dewa just subs. Nice. Glenn said we will. It's not BlackRock. Is there clients that will be buying? 100%. Yes, you're right. You're right. BlackRock's clients will be buying. Glenn says we will see, but I'm feeling bullish in the immediate procedures of approval because no one wants to pay fees once ETH figures that out. ERC20 can run. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. D-Wo says he loves Illuvium. That's probably like a good one to trade too. Honestly, Illuvium would probably be a good one to go ahead and swing trade with leverage. And talking about leverage, by the way, chat, if you want to go ahead and support the channel completely free, you can go ahead and use my links down below. They're in the description. BingX, which is $5,000 in bonuses, no KYC, and same thing with MEXC, up to $20,000 in bonuses, no KYC. And then obviously, as a lot of people say, usually the best platform to trade on from D-Wo. That's what he told me. I'm just kidding, but that's what I heard from people. Bybit's a really good exchange, $30,000 in bonuses. I can't use that exchange right now, but I will soon. I'm getting my KYC situation fixed, and for those that need a VPN, go ahead and use the link down below. 69% off with 3 months extra. But overall, right now, I don't think you should be bearish. I mean, you should probably be bearish short term, but overall, I think this could be a really good buying opportunity when it comes to a lot of these tokens. Mostly focusing on the DeFi and gaming sector, I would say would be the ideal goal. I would be stacking up on these, and then I would be stacking up mostly on the higher cap altcoins, and then just getting ready to position myself to either, if you do leverage trade, to short this market or long this market. So just be very, very ready for whatever move we see next. But in my opinion, I see more bearishness than bullishness, and maybe I'm just a big bear. I don't know. Maybe I just think that we do need a correction. We need a correction, regardless of what a lot of you say. I know we have our differences, which is okay, but I do believe we need a freaking correction. The higher we go, the scarier it's going to get when we do get the correction. And that's the only reason why I'm saying we need a correction. Because once we do reach these higher levels, the correction is going to be a lot bigger than what people expect, and it's going to go ahead and scare a lot of people off. So let's go ahead and see how the market goes. But in my opinion, I think it's more bearish than anything. It's giving us signs, DXY reversing, stock market, topping off, unless some crazy news comes up later on today that does a full-on reversal, which is very, very possible. I did also want to go ahead and talk about all of you with Retech Finance. This is actually a token that I came across from my researcher that gave to me. They actually went live with their pre-sale today, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong because it says pre-sale stage 4. So I don't know how this pre-sale stages work. But one thing that kind of stood out to me, this is some alpha. I'm going to go ahead and provide this to you. A lot of you probably heard it when I gave you the news before the end of the video. But for all those that are tuning in and have no idea, I will be making a full-on video to this probably tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go ahead and post that link right there. Let's see what D-Will says. A correction will be healthy for the market, especially before Q2. I agree with you 100%. And what people don't understand too is that when we do get this correction, it's going to be bullish for altcoins and meme coins anyways. And a lot of you in chat are mostly exposed to altcoins and meme coins. So it's kind of something you should be cheering on, honestly. And that's what I think. I think it's just bullish overall. So correction is needed. As I mentioned, I think a 30% correction. What do you think, D-Wo? Because I've been comparing the markets. I know a lot of people say don't compare the past markets, but I think the past markets could give us a lot of history. And what I've been telling everybody is that we really haven't had a correction with Bitcoin. Like, what correction have we had? I mean, the most that I saw was like a 7% correction, but we go all the way back over here since back in 2020. We see that when Bitcoin pumped from $10,000 of, let's say 40 something thousand dollars, $41,000 to say, there was a correction that we topped off, and it was about 30%. And after we had a 30% correction, we were followed with literally 120% pump, which is a lot in freaking Bitcoin. 120% pump is a lot on Bitcoin. Maybe not on meme coins, but on Bitcoin it is. And then we were followed with about a 54% correction. So just know that the higher we go without a correction, it might not be Bitcoin doing a 30% correction anymore. Maybe Bitcoin, let's say ETF happens, Bitcoin pumps all the way up to 64%. I really doubt it. that if we were to go ahead and pump all the way to 64,000 from the Bitcoin ETF, which is very possible, I really doubt we're going to have a 30% correction. Maybe that's the new low. But I think if we were to go ahead and pump all the way to 64,000, we're more than likely probably going to have a 40% correction, in my opinion. And that would take us to Bitcoin being at $37,000, which would be really great for a lot of people. But I think it's definitely going to go ahead and scare the market, and it's going to take a little longer to go ahead and recover. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. D-Will says, personally, I would like to see a deep correction to $30,000 levels. I went to buy up that fear. Yeah, 100%, man. And I've been saying the same thing. I've been telling everybody that as well. I've been telling everybody that I think 30,000 or 30, I would say 32,000. $32,000 is what I'm thinking. I think $30,000 is possible with a liquidity grab. And especially I was telling everybody too, is that Bitcoin hasn't really found a good area of support. Like this is not a strong area of support in my opinion. I think Bitcoin kind of climbed up a little too quick without any major area of support. Since over here in October, we've literally just been climbing up. So there was really no sort of support. And I guess the only kind of support that you could say that we're at right now is around the $49,000, the $40,000 area. So if this thing does lose its support, which in my opinion, I think it will, unless, like I mentioned, some crazy news happens, we're going to be collapsing pretty freaking quickly, and it's going to dump a lot quicker than what it took us to get up here. And that's the same thing that goes to Solana. That's kind of the reason why Solana, my price target's around 69 to 70, because Solana is the same thing. Solana, even if we go to Solana, and people probably hate me because of this, because I talk about this all the time, but this is just a reminder, like Solana just pumped, dude. There's no support that was ever established. So if this so-and-so called support at around the $90 range, if this thing dumps, this thing's dumping. This thing's dumping, and we're gonna see the range of 70 and probably even lower, because in my opinion, I think the only kind of support that you could call for Solana will probably be around the $40 to $50 range. $40 to $50 range. I would say this is probably a decent area of support, but besides this, no actual support has been established. So this is the reason why I'm saying, like, the higher we go, the lower we're going to drop, and it's going to shake up a lot of freaking people. But even if you zoom out, in my opinion, with Bitcoin, and this is what I've been telling everybody, I think in my opinion, this could be a massive cup and handle pattern. So realistically, we could even see Bitcoin, which I really doubt we're going to reach these levels, but we could even see Bitcoin go down to these levels and still be really bullish long term. But I do think around this $30,000 range is more than likely where we'll be having a reversal if this is the top. But we'll go ahead and see. Because even right here, this was not an area of support. As you can see right here, that thing dumped. This area was not an area of support either. We dumped. So Bitcoin hasn't really established any support. So this is actually, these next 2 years are going to be very critical, especially the year of 2024 is going to be very critical for a lot of these altcoins, and Bitcoin specifically, to start actually creating some areas of support. And I think moving forward after 2024 to 2025, we'll be able to find more established supports and resistance, in my opinion, because even here there was really no resistance besides, I guess, this area, but it was broken pretty easily, and now we're struggling around the $44,000 range, which we see right here that we lost pretty easily. So we're at very critical areas. We'll see where things go. Any other questions, chat? By the way, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say. This is kind of like repetitive information that we talk about, but this is just so we could go ahead and keep our heads level-headed. My biggest concern is that retail's a little bit too optimistic, and usually I like to think otherwise, right? When people are overly optimistic, you want to go ahead and think the opposite. I don't know, that's just my opinion. As I mentioned, I was bullish back in October. I started to become bearish around November once we started seeing this market just fluctuate a lot more, and we've already had 2 flash crashes, which I mentioned we should be expecting a lot of volatility moving forward. That's what I do believe that 2024 is going to bring us, a lot of freaking volatility. I think a lot more people will be getting wrecked with these liquidity grabs than prior. That's just my opinion on that. Goldie says, John, can you check out BLZ? Of course I can, Goldie. Anything for you. BLZ. Everyone expecting $32,000. If we get a correction, if everybody is expecting something, the market will either front run and correct deeper. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, and probably the grab will be so quick where most people won't even have time to buy it, because I believe Bitcoin actually corrected 2 days ago with the last flash crash. I think it corrected at $39,000, right? In some exchanges, I think it corrected to $39,000 with the liquidity grab. So most people that are getting wrecked right now is mostly retail, and that's because as we go back, it's the fear and greed. We're at a very, very risky territory, 72, and every sign is giving us a sign of correction. And it's not just Bitcoin, it's not just Solana, it's not just that, it's the DXY and the stock market. And unfortunately, Bitcoin moves with the stock market for whatever dumb reason. I think it's pretty dumb, but we'll go with that. Glenn says, I wonder if you think Solana dumps to 69 to 70, how long do you expect it to trade in that range? I think it's going to get bought out pretty quickly, bro. That's the thing. Like, if we do see this correction, which I'm sure we will see it, where is it going to be? I don't know. I'm thinking probably very soon. I'm already bearish. I'm thinking that if we're supposed to be bullish, we should have already been pumping with this market. I feel like retail is now finally losing confidence because they're getting wrecked. They got wrecked twice already with this liquidity grab. So it's giving us signs that retail is slowly getting discouraged with the market. Can anything happen? 100%. But if we do see Bitcoin drop down to, let's say, $32,000, $29,000, because I even think with the liquidity grab, we could see Bitcoin at $29,000, but it's going to be quick. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of buying orders around that area. So we do see this kind of grab. I think the grab is going to be very, very quickly, that even if Solana does come down to the $69 to the $70 range, it's going to get bought out very quickly. And that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm telling a lot of you. Be prepared if we do see a correction. It's not a crash. The title is just a crash, just to go ahead and get more people's attention and clickbait you. All right. So I apologize for that. I welcome everybody that is brand new to the channel and turning on that post notifications. But if we see this correction, whether it's at $200 Solana, $300 Solana, I don't know. But I will say we will see a 30 to 40% correction, in my opinion. That correction, though, will be eaten up pretty quickly. I think that's going to bring a lot more confidence into the market. Like for me, for example, I'm not going to be trading this market until I actually get a sign that we should be going long or short. Now I'm feeling a little bit more bearish than ever before. Like I was already bearish long time ago. Now we're actually seeing the DXY reverse to these levels, and I think we will be approaching that 103, that 104 and above. I think my price target for the DXY will be 107 midterm, and that would cause the market to correct. So the signs are now aligning, right? Before they really weren't. Now they actually are. So if we were to see this correction, I think in my opinion, is going to get bought out very, very quickly. And that's the reason why I'm giving you the warning. So when you see the correction, you don't panic, because then all these other influencers are going to be like, the market's crashing, and everybody's going to be running like a headless chicken, scared, panicking. But you should be doing the opposite. That's when you should be freaking longing the market and probably buying out the dips. You know, how long can the correction last? I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty quickly, where it just dumps, and a lot of traders are going to buy it out really, really quickly, in my opinion. I could be wrong. So Bliss, looking at the daily, it looks like we're about to pump on this too. It's looking like it's holding a pretty good area of support on this. Let me go ahead and do it right here. Area of support. Whoa. What's going on? Is that another square that I just drew? All right, there you go. Support. I do very basic TA, guys. So if you want to get the more technical side of things, go ahead and check out D-Will. His channel's right here, by the way. I go ahead and share it again for all those that are tuning in brand new. But yeah, go ahead and check out his channel. If you want more technical, like more patterns, I just use simple support and resistance and Fibonacci retracements is all I use. That's what works for me. But I guess you could consider this kind of some bull flag pattern too, right? But looking at the daily, we are holding support pretty well. One thing that we do see is our RSI. If we do go ahead and get rejected at around these levels, we could go ahead and expect a pump. But this actually looks more bullish. We're in a more of a consolidating period. I probably wouldn't be, if you were to go ahead and long this market on this, or long a trade on Bliss. I apologize. I'm like kind of tired. I just realized like how kind of tired I am, dude. I apologize. But what I'm saying, go back to what I was saying. What you want to go ahead and focus on, I would wait for some sort of confirmation that this thing is going to go up. We could go ahead and see that there is a lot of liquidity grabs. I mean, look at this massive pumps right here that we suddenly have. Could probably be short squeezes that we're getting. If you're leverage trading, I would go ahead and wait for a confirmation. And my confirmation would be probably breaking towards these levels right here at the 0.36 and probably waiting to enter a trade depending on how the market reacts, right? We might have a little kind of pullback right here or maybe some wicks where it might grab. But if this is a confirmation that this is going to pump to new highs, I would probably go ahead and enter a trade right here around 37 cents and then but wait for that retracement, right? Whether it pumps at 38 cents, retraces back to that area of support, and then long the market right here. That's what I would wait for a confirmation, at least looking at the 4-hourly chart. But we do see that this is definitely an area of resistance right now on Bliss short term. Yeah, I mean, it's also a buying zone right here too on the 1-hourly, so it just really depends. It could be a really good trade if you long it right here, but obviously that comes at a risk. But I mean, so far we've been holding this area of support pretty well. It's been consolidating here for about, you can say roughly about 18 days. So worst comes to worst, it loses a support and this thing's extremely bearish. And if this loses a support, we're more than likely probably going to go ahead and drop over here down to the 26 cents and below. Probably even down into 22, because this has been consolidating in this range for quite a while. But typically when we have these consolidations, it typically means that there's going to be a massive move, and that could be to the upside or to the downside. I think it could be to the upside, but you have to be very careful, because you also see that we then have these short squeezes or liquidity grabs. This is what typically, what we're seeing when we see these giant freaking wicks. It's either a short squeeze or liquidity grabs that happen and cause these major pumps very quickly. Then we're followed with major dumps, right? So you definitely do want to go ahead and keep your eyes on this if you're trading this with leverage, because you could go ahead and see a similar pump where it probably pumps all the way up to, from 33 cents to 37, and then quickly just, that's the top, right? We could probably literally see a pump like this and then just a dump like that. So you have to be very careful with, I don't know what this token is. Yeah, but you could also probably focus on the smaller time frame too. Usually what I do when it comes to entries and I'm looking to go ahead and leverage trade a position, I usually like to focus on, I usually start off with the daily. Look at the daily. Looks like this thing's about to go ahead and squeeze to the upside, and then I go ahead and look at the 4-hourly, and then I cut down to the 1-hourly, 30 minutes, and then usually when I get for an entry, I usually look between the 30 minutes to the 15 minutes, and then I go down to the 5 to the 1. That's usually where I get my entry, right? Because if you're using leverage and it dumps, like depending on how this token moves, I'm not sure if this is a meme token or not. I doubt it. It's at 33 cents. But I don't know how volatile this is, but I could tell you this is pretty volatile. So depending on what kind of leverage you're using, I like to personally enter my trades using the 1 minute to the 15-minute chart. So anywhere between 15 to 5, 3, and 1 is usually where I look for my sort of entry. Like right now, I wouldn't be entering. I'd probably wait for an entry around this range right here, possibly around 33,694. That's what I would go ahead and wait for a range. Well, that's a 30-minute chart, my bad. Yeah, on the 5-minute chart, it looks like a pretty good entries, holding that area of support. But I would wait on the 5-minute chart. I would wait to for this thing to at least break to 34 cents, and I would place a trade. If this thing breaks above it, I would probably place a trade right here, but holds this area of support pretty well. That means we'll probably go ahead and retest that area of resistance and climb back up. So that's why, for me personally, I like using the smaller time frames for an entries, and then I go over to the higher time frames to see if I recognize any patterns. But I would say wait for confirmation. That's what I usually always do. D-Will says, according to my LEO wave theory for SO, I don't think SO will drop lower than $70. Yeah, see, I don't even know how to use the LEO wave theory. So if all of you want to know how to use the LEO wave theory, go ahead and check out D-Will. I'm going to have to check out that because I have to learn more about the LEO wave theory. Bliss is a BlueZell, another decentralized storage protocol focusing on Cosmos ecosystems, I think. Yeah, that sounds pretty bullish, bro. If BlueZell is a storage protocol, I would focus on just dollar cost averaging. These are the kind of tokens, in my opinion, that are worth buying longer term. You know, when it comes to these tokens that actually have utility, I would focus on actually just dollar cost averaging. Let's see the website, BlueZell, BLZ. Let's see what it is. It's a decentralized storage network for the creator economy. Cool. The layer one for the creator economy, from AI to SocialFi to GameFi and more. BlueZell provides cutting edge solutions to store, sell, and safeguard content. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, it has the word AI in it, so I'm bullish on this already. And it has something with gaming. Kelper. I think Kelper's the wallet that you use, right, Glenn? Yeah, so I would be buying this like longer term. I don't know if I'd be really trading this so much. I think these kind of tokens are worth buying longer term. Supporting client libraries. Let's go read the ecosystem real quick. DeFi and games. Solution. BlueZell solves these problems with elegant blockchain. BlueZell executes 10,000 TPS at the cost of pennies versus Ethereum's hundreds of dollars in addition. BlueZell has a fully decentralized storage layer that stores players, games, NFTs, and hundreds of nodes instantly. This ensures players don't lose their hard-earned NFTs. BlueZell also aggregates all the highly performing DeFi products and Cosmos ecosystems to offer lending, staking, and yield. Yeah, dude, this is freaking bullish. This is, I don't know if I'd be freaking trading this. I'd probably be like dollar cost averaging into this. Well, let's see what kind of moves it's actually done. I wonder if this thing moves very closely to Cosmos. I mean, it's actually been doing really well. I mean, apparently I must have been looking at this back over here around this 18 cent range or something like that, because I have this price target right here, but it looks like this thing's about to pump in my opinion. And especially now that I know what it actually does, this thing is performing DeFi products in the Cosmos ecosystem, lending, staking, and yield strategies for game assets. Dude, this is freaking bullish. Definitely does look like it's about to pump, but I think long term, like dollar cost averaging, this would be a pretty good project. You know how we talked about focusing on gaming, metaverse kind of stuff, AI, anything with gaming, like literally any freaking token that has the word GameFi, AI, it's freaking bullish, bro. It doesn't matter what actually utility it has. I know it might sound pretty degenerate of me to say that, but when we have this whole entire narrative of gaming, if it happens, I'm just saying if it happens, we will definitely go ahead and see a lot of these tokens pump. Gamma 4 is being built in collaboration with Starloop Studios, top-rated development studio that has worked with the best game companies in the world, including Ubisoft, Bethesda, Scopely, Disney, Square, and more. It's pretty bullish. I would have to definitely go ahead and read into the white paper. I think this is it, right? Game light paper. Yeah, I like this already. It's definitely one I'm going to add to my list. Yeah, this is pretty good. Pretty bullish. Goldie says, thanks, John. Appreciate you, Goldie. 1 million tokens to be listed to win. 1 of 4 chances win. Nice. GM for Clovey. Steven says we are on support on the daily for BTC question mark. Let me see. I don't know. Yeah, I mean we are on the daily for Bitcoin. I mean we're in between support right now, and this support, I guess, has been decently okay. It's been decently okay because the support has fallen multiple times. We saw it fall right there, and we saw it fall right here. So can we go ahead and see a massive pump to the upside? 100%. But right now with the only reason why I'm bearish is on the smaller time frames. That's the only reason why I'm bearish on Bitcoin, and it's right here. This is what I'm looking at on the hourly for Bitcoin. Unless Bitcoin breaks above, where is it? Did I say? Yeah, I think it was this level right here. I would say ideally probably 44,143. So I would say ideally if Bitcoin could stay between the range, I would say 44,000 around this range right here. Like, let me go ahead and highlight it for you. If Bitcoin could hold and stay above this area right here, this is going to be bullish for Bitcoin, in my opinion. This is my opinion right here, okay? If we could go ahead and actually now let's go lower. I would say right here. If we could go ahead and break above $44,000 and hold pretty well, if we could go ahead and hold pretty well right here, and we find this area of support, then yeah, we're more than likely going to go ahead and climb our way all the way up, and that'd be bullish for Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin, you know, let's say climbs up right here, let's say Bitcoin does, and it loses the support right here, we're more than likely going to come back down. And that's looking at the smaller time frame. And for me personally, I would say that this is probably even an area of resistance. Like this, I think it might go ahead and dump like that. But it could be a possibility where we might slightly see a pump, probably try to be in the zone, and if it does lose the support right here, it's going to dump, and we will go ahead and see Bitcoin climb back down to these levels right here, in my opinion. That's on the smaller time frame. So we're already kind of seeing that right now on the 1 hourly, and if you go even lower, let's say on the 15-minute chart, this is actually an area of resistance already. See, we're already seeing it, and this is just me guessing where the area was. So even on the 15-minute chart, if this does become the area of resistance, this thing's going to come back down to $43,000. It's going to reverse. It's going to go ahead and retest around 43,757, and it's going to come back down to 42. Zoom out. Look at that. Do you see what it's doing? And it's going to keep on doing that effect all the way down until it finds its area of support. I think once we fall, we're going to fall pretty hard, chat. We're going to fall very, very freaking hard. And there's going to be a lot of money being made shorting the market. So that's why I'm bearish on the whole market. And it's not just Bitcoin. It's mostly the DXY. It's mostly the DXY. Look at the DXY right now. Look at that. If the DXY breaks above 102, which we are kind of slightly, but let's just go ahead and say 102.7. Let's just say 103. Let's just say 103, right? 103 is going to be around these levels. That's a little too high. 102.807. Just to go ahead and play it fair. Just go ahead and play it fair, because ideally I would say this is the zone for the DXY. But let's just go ahead and play it fair, right? Let's say if Bitcoin, or sorry, the DXY holds above 102.819, we're probably going to see the market dump. If the DXY goes like this, the market's going to dump. And if not, we have to see the DXY lose 102, come back down to 99, and that's going to go ahead and have the markets bump. So can it go ahead and change that? Yes. But on the smaller time frames, Bitcoin's it's looking bearish, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Like I said, if you want a more technical, like actual analysis, Elliott wave theories and all of that, check out DWOL. Check out DWOL. He's gonna. I mean, his name's Picasso Charting. This guy's better at charting than me. All I freaking do is just do squiggly lines and support and resistance. I keep it very basic because that's what works for me, right? I do have to get better, obviously, with my technical analysis, so I am learning and improving every day. But so far, I've been able to do pretty well on calling some tops and bottoms in the market. So this works for me. You know, just basic support and resistance works for me, and just using the RSI. And as I said, most of my knowledge, all my predictions really only go basically on the DXY. That's all I look at. I'm looking at the DXY and I'm looking at the NASDAQ. That's what I'm using my TA on, if you want to call it. This is what makes me confident in what I'm talking about, because I'm looking at these markets. And even with the NASDAQ, we were at these ranges right here when I was telling everybody the market was going to dump. And it has dumped. So this is where my confidence is. This is what these are my tools I use. I use freaking the DXY and the NASDAQ. You know, that's all I use. Support and resistance, DXY, and a NASDAQ, and Bitcoin dominance. That's all I use. If you want to go more into like the higher technicals, LEO wave theories, I don't know what other freaking patterns they have. D-Wold's your guy, bro. I'm telling you. Picasso charting, he's your guy for that. I just use very basic support and resistance, DXY, and Bitcoin dominance, and it's been working for me. I've called the market back in October that it was in a pump when everybody was saying the opposite and everybody was bearish on crypto, and I've been quite bearish these last couple weeks, and the market has been dumping. So this strategy works for me, right? So I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, I'm not here to go ahead and call tops or bottoms. I'm just here to go ahead and do what my opinion is. And this is what my opinion is. I think the market's going to correct. I don't know when. I don't freaking, look at Mars and Saturn and Jupiter and tell all of you, hey, it's going to be time for the market to collapse. I only use clickbait titles to get more people in. But I do believe a correction will happen if this is not the correction. I think this is a correction. But as I said, depending on how the day goes for a lot of you. For me, it's already night, so I'm going to be going to sleep soon, and I might wake up and maybe the market pumps. And for many of you, you're starting your day, so we're going to go ahead and see how the market goes for you, right? I just gave you kind of like basic support and resistance areas for all of you to go ahead and keep aware of, and that's all you have to do. Look at the DXY, Bitcoin, NASDAQ, and trust me, your life's going to be a lot easier when it comes to looking at these charts, in my opinion. That's all I do. And as I mentioned, I've been able to call some sorts of tops and bottoms in this market just because I look at the DXY and the NASDAQ and Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin. That's all I got to use. And I just keep it very simple, fear and greed, and that's it. You could go ahead and overanalyze it if you want, but even he said himself that he does believe a correction is needed. So even a technical analyst that's an expert, I wouldn't consider myself an expert. I would say I'm pretty good, but an expert that has years of trading more than I do is agreeing somewhat to me as well. So maybe that should tell all of you something. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, right? I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here for you to come up with your own opinion. Johnny says, so you think it's going to dump? I'm up like $70. Nice, man. I think it's going to dump. But I don't know. Check out this guy, man. I'm telling you, check out D-Wold. I posted the link right here in the channel. Check him out. He has better analysis when it comes to this. But yeah, chat, any other video, or sorry, not any other videos, any other tokens you want me to go ahead and do any technical analysis on? That's pretty much it on my end. And that's just because I already live streamed earlier today. So this is my second stream. But anyways, now that I remember, there's some alpha right here, right, chat? Oh, glances. Speaking of Jupiter, Jupiter and Saturn and stars to inspire your trading. There is a guy on YouTube that does that. Yeah, dude, I heard about that. I heard there's actually like someone that like does like the phases of the moon, right? What is that strategy called, bro? Where like people actually like do phases of the moon. They're like, yeah, Bitcoin's gonna freaking dump on October 21st because it's gonna be full moon. And I'm like, dude, really? I guess astrology really works. I don't know. As I said, I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm a very sarcastic person. If you haven't noticed, I'm very sarcastic with the way I say things, right? So I would say please don't take anything personal, but at the same time, I really don't care if you do. So if you don't like what I say, then maybe you should go ahead and look for somebody else. But I'm just telling you what my opinion is. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just literally speaking my mind. And I'm speaking to you if we were having a regular conversation. This is me, right? I almost have no filter, but I have a filter because I have to have a filter, right? Because I'm monetized now. So I have to be very, very careful with what I say. But this is like close to real. You'll get me in real life. You could even ask Johnny, bro. Like, this is me. like this is me. Like I'm literally the same person I am in person, right? I'm no different from camera to person. I'm literally the same person. A little bit more fun, right? Because I can't really show my full-on personality on camera. Let's see, dude. I would really like to learn about that, about the Jupiter and Saturn, dude. I'm open to learning new things, right? Maybe I could like look out my window and I could tell you the prediction of where Bitcoin's gonna be going next. Hey, that's another one to add to the list. You know, DXY, Bitcoin dominance, Nasdaq, Jupiter and Saturn. You're talking about Jupiter, Glenn. Talking about Jupiter, bro. Isn't there freaking that Jupiter token that's coming out for Solana's ecosystem, which is super, super bullish? There's an indicator on TradingView called moon phases, and it's 70% accurate. Damn, dude. There you go. You learn something new every day, bro. See, so let's see, moon phases. Oh, snap. I have to get freaking premium. I don't know why I don't have premium yet. I only use 2 indicators, that's why. But let's use moon phases. Damn, dude, we learn something new every day. Moon phases. Nice. It actually freaking works. This is so freaking cool, dude. So I'm assuming these are the bottoms, right? Tops, bottoms. Dude, no freaking way. This is freaking crazy. Damn, I guess I can't use the Saturn and the moon jokes anymore, because this is actually a real thing. 70% accuracy is actually pretty good. So what does this mean though? Like, I would like to know what this white moon and this blue moon means. I mean, it holds up pretty well. It kind of reminds me of what is that indicator called? The ribbons. Ribbons. It's called ribbon something. Dude, I don't know. There's a lot of freaking indicators. Or I'm probably thinking of the what is it? The Bollinger Band or something like that. That's pretty cool, dude. now I can actually go ahead and start using the phases of the moon to freaking predict the market, man. Phases of the moon, DXY, Bitcoin dominance. That's freaking crazy. Thanks, Zebot. I'm gonna look into it. Check out that indicator on stream. Yeah, dude, that's freaking crazy. This is freaking moon phases on the charts. Glenn says the Jupiter airdrop liquidity is gonna pump my meme coins. Hey, when is the airdrop for Jupiter, bro? Because dude, it's freaking crazy. Because I was asking Ignatius, because we were talking about how everything in the Solana ecosystem is gonna pump. So by the way, chat, if anybody wants alpha on Solana tokens and you're like, John, I'm super bullish on Solana tokens, head over to CoinMarketCap, click on Solana ecosystem, and then go over here where you'll see a lot of these tokens to be exposed to Solana. Bonk, Radium's a good one. I think Glenn was saying that Pith was supposed to be the ETH killer, which I think is I think the new one is what is that other freaking token called, dude? It's been pumping like crazy. I can't remember what the token's called. It's like in the top of my head, but I completely forgot what the token's called. But anyways, what I was saying, Oracle is another one too, because it's an ecosystem on Solana. It's a decentralized exchange. And now Jupiter, which is another freaking exchange, is going to be, it's actually having the airdrop soon, if they haven't had it already. And that's going to be super, super freaking bullish. And this is the reason why I've been telling all of you, focus on DeFi freaking tokens. Focus on the DeFi tokens. 1inch, Uniswap, Unibot, Talking about Uniswap and 1inch, they actually came out with the Solana freaking Unibot, which is super, super bullish. I wonder what price that is. Let's see. Unibot. They have the Solana one too that they just came out with. I wonder if they just bridged it. Because like they just came out with it. Look, I'll go ahead and show you right now on Twitter. I'm going to pull this out. Unibot on Solana. This thing is freaking bullish, bro. I'm telling you. They are officially live. Which, look, I've been telling you how bullish I am on Unibot. Unibot, dude, literally its all-time high hit $206. $206. And you're like, John, why are you so freaking bullish on this? Well, I've been talking about freaking Telegram bots since forever, right? But I want to go ahead and show you this. This is what I want to go ahead and show you. We're going to go ahead and copy the smart contract, head over to Dex Tools. We're going to go ahead and paste the smart contract down below. Look at this right here. This is what I want to show you. Circulating supply is at 1 million. And it's 100%. Do you understand how bullish this is? The market cap is at $54 million. You know how high the market cap was at its all-time high? It was at 200 million market cap. And I was telling everybody at these levels that it was gonna dump. Of course, I called the top, like I usually do. I'm being sarcastic, by the way, chat. But I did call this dump. Anyways, with that being said, this is a pretty good accumulation phase. And I was talking about the zone right here around the $40. This thing from its all-time high, it's only a 3x, which doesn't sound crazy. But when Bitcoin collapses or corrects, bull run begins, all that money is going to flow into DeFi. And I think this token is going to be worth over $200 plus. I'm telling you, its all-time high was 227. I think this token could be worth over $1,000 when the bull run actually begins. And I don't think that's going to be until Bitcoin has some sort of correction, in my opinion, or maybe it's the ETF when the bull run begins. But I think this token is going to be worth over $1,000. Talking about this token, they just released on Solana. I don't know if they have their own Solana Unibot token. That's what I really want to know. But what I could go ahead and tell you is that it's kind of like BonkBot now. And this is what it has, right? We are live, embrace the best way to trade on Solana, advanced limit orders, DCA tool, auto buy, slippage, buy amount, TP, SL. So that's pretty good. Take profit and sell loss to instantly ape into any CAs or tickers sent to forward. Buy using stickers or tickers, my bad. Detail P&L info, which is really cool. Inbuilt ETH and Solana bridge. So dude, that's freaking sick. They bridged it. Bird eye chart previews, instant buy mode, turn off confirmations, instant buy your amount, hide or display tokens in wallet, access the current trending tokens on Solana. That's freaking bullish. Withdraw SO or any SPL from your wallet, view token details, read nouns, liquidity, and market cap to buy tokens. Teaming up with Bird Eye Soul so you can now pick up a token and trade and seamlessly transition the bot purchase with a single click and instantly with our auto buy feature. Dude, that's freaking sick. Oh, snap. So they actually integrated that onto Bird Eye. I don't think people understand how bullish this is. Maybe I'm the only one that's super excited. I don't really like Solana, but I think Solana is really, really freaking bullish. But with that being said, dude, I think they integrated it. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and click on a random token. Yeah, it is, dude. Unibot. That's freaking sick. That's sick. That's really cool. So I'll be making a video about that soon because I've been super, super bullish on Unibot. And I think that's like the best thing Unibot could have done because I think BonkBot was actually taking over. And see, the thing is with Ethereum right now is that the ETH fees are way too pricey, bro. Way too pricey. And they're only going to get more expensive. So Glenn's completely right? ETH prices are just going to get more expensive. And I think ETH is not going to go ahead because we were supposed to do ETH 2.0, right? Which was supposed, or was it ETH 2.0? That was supposed to freaking solve the gas fee issues. I don't think they're going to go ahead and do that anytime soon. I think ETH is going to go ahead and take advantage of the gas fees and like literally squeeze everybody out of their money as much as they can. And then when they kind of see that they're kind of losing some momentum in the market, they're going to go ahead and do like very low gas fees. But I think first they're going to go ahead and take advantage of all the miners making all the money. That's what I think is going to happen. But that's really good for Unibot. They're like, you know what, dude? They were probably losing a lot of money from BankBot, and them implementing a Solana bot with a bridge. It's gonna be so much better, dude. And they actually like show your take profit and all of that, dude. It's gonna be very, very bullish moving forward. I'm gonna go ahead and share the link to all of that, chat. So let me go ahead and share the Twitter. That way, so all of you can go ahead and see this yourselves. Check that out. Layer 2. I don't know why I was thinking of ETH 2.0, bro. It's probably because all these freaking meme tokens with the 2.0 narrative on it, right? But I'm really looking forward to read the freaking phases of the moon, dude. You can't make this thing up. Full moon is when the moon is starting a new cycle. That's what those probably mean. Generally, Solana community is expecting at the end of the month. I didn't say that. I don't call token killers. How about half inch? Half inch is pretty good. People saying SEI. There you go. SEI, dude, is what I was talking about. Yeah, SEI is supposed to be the ETH killer. I think it's actually going to be the ETH killer. And talking about SEI, I'm glad you reminded me of the token that I was looking for. I'm going to make a video on SEI soon, and I'm going to call it the next ETH killer. Prepare SEI. And the reason why I'm going to call it that is because if you actually go all the way back down over here, it actually compares it with the TPS with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, SEI, bro. It's so much faster. 20,350 MS, whatever that means. Transactions finality. I don't know what that means. I think it's probably how quick the transaction actually goes through. 380 milliseconds. I think that's really fast. Front running prevention, FBA. I don't know what FBA means, but I guess you can't get front run. And yeah, dude, this is really bullish. You know why? Guess who's building on SEI? Elixir, which I was talking about. Elixir is really, really freaking bullish. You know why? Because Coinbase, it's heavily invested into Elixir. And you know what usually that means? Usually when Coinbase is invested into a big token, guess what's going to happen? It's going to freaking pump. Pith, which Glenn called. Sushi, which it's pretty bullish. Sushi's been out for a while. It's another DeFi protocol. And it goes back to what I was telling you about the DeFi tokens you need to focus on. Anything DeFi is going to pump, bro. Trust me. Don't trust me. I'm just kidding. No, but for reals, once the money starts flowing into DeFi, these protocols such as Sushi, PancakeSwap, Bake, Cake, 1 inch, half inch, freaking Radium, Oracle. You now have what other token do you have now? Jupiter. Maybe Bird Eye comes up with their own token. Do they have their own token? If Bird Eye comes up with their own token, that'd be quite bullish too as well. I think all these decentralized exchanges should have their own token because like Dex Tools has their own tokens. I'm not sure if DexView does, but it just makes sense for a lot of these tokens to a lot of these decentralized exchanges to have their own tokens, right? Oh, so this one you could actually pay monthly. Yeah, so it looks like I don't know. I'm not sure if they have their tokens, but yeah, most of these decentralized exchanges do have their own tokens. Johnny says, "Hey, good night, G. I smashed that like button for you. Appreciate you, man." I think if we come out with our own ticket, it would be bullish. I agree, bro. Anyways, Chad, good night, bro. I'm gonna be heading out to sleep too. I'm pretty freaking exhausted, to be honest. Second live stream of the day. You could be expecting more of these. I'll stay for a couple more minutes if anybody else has any other questions. What I did want to talk about before I forget, I'm going to be making a video on this, if not tomorrow, very, very soon, probably this weekend. Retech Finance, right? So they're on pre-sale. I don't know. From what I heard, I think it went live today. But the reason why I'm showing you this is not just because of the pre-sale, right? Because they're offering a freaking DeFi debit card. Check this out real quick. Retech DeFi cards whatever, we're not even going to read this. We're just going to read this right here. Offering anonymous transactions without the need of KYC. Prioritizing user privacy. Privacy anonymous transactions without KYC. Daily convenience. Protect your daily transactions online and offline for shopping and dining. Global accessibility. Use them across borders, whether you're at a local store or traveling on board. Transactions. Swift and secure transactions, enhancing the overall payment experience. I don't freaking know what that means. ATM, so you can withdraw your cash. Security. Enjoy anonymous transactions while keeping your funds secure and non-custodian's DeFi wallet. And rewards program. So I guess you're going to be offering a debit card, which, check this out. They have different tiers. You have 3 tiers: a silver, a gold, and a diamond. Silver, 2.5 cashback. It's only going to cost you $10. 3.75 cashback is going to cost you $49. And for $100, you get the diamond, which offers 5% cashback. Do you know how freaking bullish this is? I don't even think most actual credit cards offer 5%. I don't know. Maybe I am wrong, but I think Citi Double Cash offers 2.5, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe there is other credit cards that offer more than 5%, but I haven't seen any credit card that offers 5%. But with that being said, dude, it doesn't matter if there is credit cards that offer 5%, right? This is a freaking debit card that's no KYC debit card for anonymous transactions. So for anybody that doesn't want to go through the hassle of converting their money from their MetaMask wallet or Trust wallet into Coinbase and crypto.com, and you're like, John, why would I do that, right? Well, because if you're full on in crypto, where you trade and you make money mostly in crypto like I do, dude, you know how much of a hassle it is for me to move my money to Robinhood, to move my money to crypto.com, to move my money to Coinbase, and then I get charged all these freaking fees, bro. It's a hassle, bro. People say that crypto is amazing, but when you're actually in the space getting paid in crypto and you make most of your money in crypto, it's freaking annoying moving your money back and forth and having to go through all these obstacles to go ahead and actually use your crypto card when you go places. And that's what I use. I convert literally all in crypto. When I pay for food bills, it's all in crypto with my debit card, right? Crypto debit card. This is freaking convenient as F, bro. And plus, none of these crypto cards that I have offer a 5% cashback. So I don't know if it's going to be in this token. By the way, I'm not getting paid by this company. I really wish I did. Hopefully we can have some sort of referral base, because I'm going to be honest, it sounds too good to be true, right? We are in a freaking pre-sale stage 4. So I don't know how long this is going to go. So far they raised $5.1 million. So they've actually raised quite a bit. With that being said, they're offering a freaking debit card, and that's what I'm pretty bullish on. So I wonder what this 5% is. Maybe it's on their own tokens. But regardless, as I mentioned, it's a non-KYC freaking wallet. And for me, that's, dude, I've been waiting for that, bro. I've literally been waiting my whole life. I'm just kidding, not my whole life, but for the last 3 years, I've been waiting for a system like this, a no non-KYC debit card, because it makes it more convenient for people that trade on DeFi. This is freaking bullish, but as I said, it does sound pretty good to be true. So I guess we'll just wait till the pre-sale goes on, and if it's actually real, I'm sure it is. But I'm going to be looking into the white paper, and I will be making a video about this soon too. And hopefully I could probably reach out to them for a freaking referral, bro. Because if I'm going to be pushing this, I want to at least make some money out of this. I think this is pretty bullish. I don't know. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout for a video on that. Goldie Crypto, see you tonight. Later on, Goldie, hope you have a great day today at work, and I'll see you later on today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Dex Tools doesn't need token. Dude, you never knew Dex Tools has a token? Look, Dex Tools has been having a token for years, bro, but this thing's low-key kind of freaking pricey. I think it's called Dex. Yeah, Dex. It's oh dude, I didn't even realize it has an 86 million circulating supply, and their market cap is at 64 million. So this thing has been pumping like crazy. Look, oh, actually hit all-time high, I think. Oh no, All-time high was almost about $1 if I could recall. Yeah, about 70 cents. So in order to use DEX Tools premium services, if you want to use DEX Tools premium services, dude, I've been using DEX Tools for the past 3 years, and DEX Tools has improved a lot, bro. So it's actually quite crazy how much I've seen DEX Tools actually grow. But if you want to use DEX Tools premium services, you need to go ahead and be a holder of DEX tokens. And DEX tokens are kind of, well, now they're pretty pricey. They're pretty pricey now. I don't know where it's at, dude. But yeah, DEX Tools has their own token, and in order to use their services, like if you want to use like before, you weren't able to save this many tokens. You were only able to save 10 tokens. And now they made it, like literally just recently, like not that long ago, like a couple months ago, they allowed it where you could save more than multiple tokens. But you see these tokens that are locked? It says right here, there are pairs reflecting on how free plan, hot 10 pairs every 5 minutes, standard plan is 12, and premium plan is 15. And in order to get 15, you need to be a holder of DEX token DEX, literally DEX token. Which is typically around, I think, $3,000. So right now, at the price of the market, you have to have over $3,000 to, I think it's a little bit over $3,000 to be able to unlock the premium features of DEX Tools, and that's utilizing like the swap. I think maybe you could use a swap now, but before you weren't able to use a swap. It was only for like premium members to use bots and all of that on DEX Tools. But yeah, most of these DEXs have their own token, which is really, really bullish when a lot of people are using these tokens like DEX Tools and all that, which has improved a lot. They use their mechanism. People, in order to use these tools, need to go ahead and be holders of the token, which is the utility, and the utility is the charts and everything that we're using. But yeah, I can't remember where you could go ahead and check the pricing for DEX Tools, how much it actually costs. Is it this? And they give you like, also like if you're a holder, like a premium holder, you get to hold like, they give you like exclusive deals of like tokens that release early or something like that. I'm trying to look for that. I don't know where it's at. Let's see. Yeah, I want to show you that. I think it's this right here, right? 70% off. Oh, snap. You could go ahead and update your token. Oh, so it costs money to update tokens? Yeah, a lot of people thought it was free to go ahead and get on the top trend, and you have to pay for that, chat. I've been telling you this. This is the reason why you got to watch out for the meme tokens, because like most of these tokens that are listed on the pairs, they're top trending, like number 8, number 7. These companies pay for that, dude. It's part of volume, but they have to pay for it, and I think it's a little bit over $2,000 if I'm not mistaken. I think it's for a whole week, $2,000 for a whole week for top trending if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's $2,000 a day, but it's around there. And you know, being trending on these charts right here does make a move on a lot of these tokens. Why they need a token? They need a token in order to go ahead and do the premium services, and that's how they offer. Like, I guess that's their utility, right? They offer this platform for free, and then they go ahead and use a token. Sometimes as a burning mechanism. Yeah, can you bust a rap before you leave? No. Yeah, moving the money is the worst. I gotta agree with you on that. No KYC. Well, market cap is 64 million already. There. Yeah, it pumped a lot, dude. It was at 12 cents. TomTom Panic is the token. All right, good night, my guy. All right, see you tomorrow. Any other tokens any of you want me to go ahead and review? I apologize for my freaking tabs, but I'm saving a lot of these tabs because I definitely need to make a lot of videos on this. I guess Cardano is also a token that's going to be pumping, or a lot of meme tokens are going to be pumping on Cardano. I think this was by Tillery told me this, that Cardano is supposed to be the next move. I also been talking about Metis token. Which is actually going to be, I think is going to be the next thing as well. MEXC blockchain. It's actually right here. If you head over to, I'm going to be making a video on this because I just learned a couple days ago, I think it was last week, that I learned how to use, how to bridge to MEXC. Shout out to Crypto Junkie for showing me. They're trading a lot of the meme tokens on MEXC because I guess MEXC right now is going to be the next big thing, apart from Solana. And so is Avalanche. Avalanche is going to be a big thing too. A lot of the meme tokens are being traded on Solana. I don't know how it's doing now, but look, it's right here. You have to keep in mind, Ethereum's not the only freaking blockchain. Same thing with Solana. There's also a whole bunch, and apparently Polygon's being really good right now. Cardano's being really good. Avalanche is obviously being pretty good. I remember using this blockchain 2 years ago. I'm surprised it's still around. Moonriver, I didn't even know was a token. Optimism. But MEXC is actually around here. Look, let me show you. Shiba chain. I forgot Shiba came out with their own freaking blockchain, dude. Where the heck is MEXC, man? Oh, it's MEXC. My bad, MEXC. But yeah, apparently this is going to be the next hot thing too. Let's see live new pairs. Let's see MEXC. Yeah, but these are like super, like look at these, dude. Look at these rug pulls. like this is kind of the problem that you get with you know, tokens that come out really brand new, right? There's obviously probably going to be a lot of rug pulls. I mean, look at these rug pulls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, there's probably a lot more rug pulls on Solana and Ethereum, but look at all these tokens are mostly just rugs. Mostly just rugs. But those that actually do hit, I mean, look at that, 514. We have 408%. So like, I think as we start getting more money into DeFi, we're going to be seeing a lot of these other blockchains pump. And you know how I was telling everybody, like, you want to get into these tokens before anybody finds out. So like, yeah, MEXC right now is fully almost rugged on a lot of these tokens. A lot of these tokens are mostly rugged pulled. But if you learn how to use the platform, which it's kind of complicated, I'm not gonna lie, it's a process to go ahead and convert and bridge and do all of this into MEXC. I think now they also got listed on MEXC, so it might be actually easier now to go ahead and do the whole entire process. So it's going to get easier as these exchanges start to list these tokens. But I think MEXC is at like over $80 if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if this is the same token, but yeah, it is $91. So even from its all-time high, it was once 314 back in 2022, and I'm not gonna lie to you, chat, I've never heard of freaking MEXC till just 2 weeks ago. And this thing has pumped literally from $16 all the way up to $92. So this thing, with the whole entire hype of Solana and all that, this thing has been taking off as well. So literally in the last year has done a 4x, and I'm sure a lot of you probably never heard of MEXC because I haven't. You know, so and this thing just got listed on MEXC a few days ago, and now they're getting listed on a few exchanges too. OKX, we have Gate.io, Coinbase, which is actually surprising. So we have the Coinbase effect. MEXC, as I mentioned, if you want to go ahead and support the channel, make sure to go ahead and use my links down below. BingX, no KYC. MEXC, no KYC as well. But yeah, dude, this is what I'm learning to go ahead and do, and I will be making a video soon. Yes, there's a lot of rug pulls, but let's say, you know, the bull run begins and we start getting more inflow into DeFi. This is where the next, I guess, blockchain is going to be to trade for the meme tokens. It's going to be MEXC. But right now it just seems like it's just not enough liquidity, and mostly of them, they're mostly all rug pulls from what we see. Yeah. I mean, it's probably kind of a bad example to show you, but not really. Look at this. Chicks, 93,000 market cap. But yeah, these are super freaking risky. But like, as I said, there's not that many people still transacting in this. 160 holders. Like, let's say MEXC like was to pump, kind of like Solana, which I'm not saying it will, but let's say it did. Then now you have, okay, I'm gonna exit that. now you might have a similar run like we had with the Solana tokens. But as I mentioned, like when you want to make money with like let's say like how Solana is like, oh, I'll turn $40 into 1.7 million. The way you do it is by getting into these blockchains before anybody talks about them. As soon as your favorite influencer starts talking about it, it's a little too late. So this is the reason why I'm telling you now, because I'm learning this, and I'm going to go ahead and be making videos on this, because I think this is going to be the next wave when DeFi picks up. And I would rather I would rather learn how to use these platforms, so by when the bull run actually begins or the DeFi money comes in, we know how to navigate using these platforms and not trying to figure it out next minute. Next gen decentralized AMA for stable swaps. Humbus exchange. Nice. So this is a freaking swap. That's cool. So like, we know how we were talking about DeFi tokens? Humbus is the token. Anyways, chat, I'm about to be going to sleep. Honestly, I'm super exhausted. I'm tired. I haven't looked at my hello bag in a while. Can you take a look at the chart? Yeah, sure, bro. Let's see, hello chart. Okay, I don't have it there anymore. Let's see, hello. It's actually pumped a bit, bro. I think you were calling hello around over here. Now it's 7 cents. It's at 18 cents. 116 million market cap. Pretty bullish token too. I think this is a launch pad, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's not a launch pad. It's this crypto show with people. And maybe I'll be in the show next. I think it would be pretty cool. I really don't know what the show is about, but it's some sort of DeFi show, kind of like a Shark Tank. From my understanding, it's like a Shark Tank where people go ahead and pitch their Web3 ideas, and then they go ahead and get judged by these other crypto influencers like ALTCOIN Daily, Crypto Wendy, Wendy-O, and then we have Rand, I think is his name. And I don't know anybody else. There's a few big players in here, apparently. We also have a lot of big partners like Universo, Sony. As I said, ALTCOIN Daily. ALTCOIN Daily is a pretty big channel on YouTube. I'm sure everybody knows who ALTCOIN Daily is. There's no way you don't. But yeah, this thing has been pumping a lot. It also has a circulating supply of 630 million, by the way. What is Vitalik's mom? Can you go ahead and post the smart contract, Jonathan? That'd be really grateful. Any other token? Can you go ahead and share that token that Vitalik's mom? JMIC, how's it going, my guy? Can you look at SEI? Yes, of course, I could go ahead and look at SEI. By the way, chat, everybody that is brand new to the channel, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Turn on post notifications. The courtesy of Billy Blockchain. This guy really freaking like raided my stuff without me knowing. I got hacked. Let's go back to our RSI, simple RSI, because we were looking at the moon phases, which I gotta learn how to use, man. I gotta learn how to use the freaking moon phase. So far, it looks like it's about to hit this. So looking at SEI on the 4 hourly, we are at this area of support at 69. If we do go ahead and lose this support at 69, we could be approaching down to 55 cents. So definitely be on the lookout on the 4 hourly. Let's go ahead and look at the 1 hourly. The 1 hourly, also a buying zone. If we do go ahead and get rejected at the 777 cents area, we could go ahead and come back and retest this area of support and come back down to 55 cents. Down to the daily doesn't look too bad. We could probably be expecting some sort of consolidation phase right here, but you also have to keep in mind the RSI is at this oversold territory. It just shows that there's a lot of strength in this currency pair, but it doesn't mean it can't continue to pump, right? So we'll see where things go on this. Typically, I like to go ahead and also look at the smaller time frames, see what they're doing. Same thing with the smaller time frames. It looks like we're about to see a squeeze to the upside. I think we might go ahead and get rejected at 77 and then come all the way down to 60 to 55 cents. In order for this thing to be bullish, we would like to go ahead and see SEI hold above 77 cents. MEXC. You want me to do TA on MEXC? How's it going, Jonathan, by the way, bro? Hope you had a good trip in Indonesia. Hope it was fun. Welcome. Glad to have you back on the stream, bro. It's been a while. Let's see, MEXC. I don't think MEXC has futures on. Oh, they do, but only on OKX, not on MEXC yet. Let's look at MEXC on the daily. I gotta learn how to use that phases of the moon indicator, dude. It's gonna be quite interesting to use. So let's look at this area of support right here. The only thing right now with MEXC that we could go ahead and see is that this has been an area of resistance in the past. If we go all the way back over here, back in 2021, I mean, I don't know if we could really consider this because this is like where the price launched. So I'm assuming there was a lot of institutional buyers and investors. That's typically what we see when we see these massive pumps in the market. Oh, my bad, I'm stretching, dude. You guys probably heard my bones crack. Let's see right here. Yeah, so we are at a pretty critical area right now, which is a area of resistance, and we are in this oversold, overbought territory right now. Or sorry, not oversold, overbought territory on the daily. Let's go ahead and look at the smaller time frames. 4 hourly. 4 hourly looks like we're trying to go around this range right now. As long as we continue to hold around this $89 range or even 84, we could possibly either consolidate here for a cool minute, consolidate right here before we see a breakout to an upside. So smaller time frames don't look too bad. They actually look quite bullish in my opinion, the smaller time frames. The 15-minute chart, you could go ahead and say that if we do go ahead and get rejected at 95, we will go ahead and if we can't break above 95, we are going to get rejected and come back down to 89 and retest $85. But it's looking a little bit more bullish in my opinion on the smaller time frames. Jonathan says, "Oh, I meant Vitalik's mother have worked on MEXC. That's why I'm joking around like whales are pumping Vitalik's mom." Oh, so Vitalik's mom actually created MEXC? I didn't freaking know that, bro. That just sounds kind of funny. It's like Vitalik's mom created freaking MEXC. That's kind of crazy, dude. So I guess that's why Vitalik is so freaking smart, dude. Like his whole parents are like freaking geniuses. JMix says there is so much hype about KASTA, the AVAX meme coin. Yeah, there is a lot of hype on KASTA. I'm glad you mentioned KASTA. Dude, this thing was, dude, 100 million market cap is freaking insane. This looks like a massive head and shoulders pattern, chat, on the daily at least. If you see that, look at that. Typically when we see head and shoulders patterns like this, it definitely means it's gonna dump and there's gonna be a continuation of consolidation before we see a breakout to an upside. So we could go ahead and see it come back down, come up right here, and then it's gonna dump. Look for that area of support, whether it's right here or down here. I think it might be around here, and it's gonna consolidate before we have the breakout, and then go up like this. This is a head and shoulders pattern of the daily. Usually head and shoulders patterns are pretty freaking like super bearish. Like they usually are super bearish. I mean, look at it even also on the volume side. You could it also even shows that head and shoulders pattern. So I'd be careful if you're if you're longing Cocky right now on leverage, I'm sure you could probably leverage trade this. But this is a head and shoulders pattern. This is not bullish. It looks like the whole market's getting closer to this correction phase. Look at that. So we're probably going to go ahead and retest 19998. Then we're going to go ahead and dump. Look for that area of support, which depends where the area of support. Typically, it could be probably around here, or maybe it comes back over here and then it consolidates like this in this range. Sometimes it consolidates for a few days, sometimes a week, sometimes a month. And then once we see that first breakout, that's typically the sign that this head and shoulders pattern is over. So just be very, very careful. Head and shoulders patterns are super, super freaking like strong bearish patterns. Like they usually always happen when they form. And this is a clear, nasty looking, but it's a head and shoulders pattern. And even if you look at this area right here, head and shoulders pattern right here. You see that? So this looks like a bigger head and shoulders pattern. And this is actually a smaller head and shoulders pattern. Do you see how it comes back up with the shoulder and then it kind of consolidates and it has a massive dump, and then it's followed with trying to reverse back up, and then from here it's going to consolidate for a while. So this is actually like getting near the consolidation phase. So if you are looking to go ahead and buy on the 4 hourly, it does look like it might consolidate right here. Maybe it consolidates for a day, maybe for 2 days, I don't know, but sometimes consolidation happens and then it's going to go ahead and break this other head right here, this little head that it has, and then it's going to continue to the upside, and then the pattern's over. Yeah, and then on the smaller time frames, you could actually see this pattern a lot better too. I mean, look at the smaller time frames right here. Smaller time frames too. I mean, it's ugly looking head and shoulders, but yeah, you see the, let's say like this, dump, reversal, and then it's going to consolidate before it breaks back up. Jonathan says, not sure if she created it, but she supports it. Metis is like a layer 2, like a Tribune, Optimism, Matic. I think during bull market, L2 will be a thing because it's a solution for ETH. It's actually quite funny. Imagine your mother working with a competitor, I guess if you want to call it, because you couldn't solve the problem of expensive gas fees. I'm pretty sure Vitalik has the solution for gas fees, dude. I think it's just more of a business thing. Like if it's not him making money, it's the miners, and if he's not part of the miners, is definitely a big entity behind telling them like, dude, you're not going to change the system because we're making bank off of everybody right now. And once the bull run begins, dude, get ready to be freaking paying like $200 on gas fees. You remember that? You remember the last bull run? Like if you're doing like a freaking a $200, $300 transaction, sometimes your gas fees will come up to like $200, $180. I remember doing transactions of like $3,000 to $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, and like my cost being like around $300 of gas fees, like $200 to $300. Like that's freaking expensive, bro. But anyways, chat, there's about 19 viewers right now. There's only 14 likes. I do want to go ahead and share my Discord down below for all of you to go ahead and join, completely free for now. Eventually it will be a paid Discord, but let me go ahead and show you my Discord that's freaking free. And I'm going to go ahead and freaking show you my channel. I do want to go ahead and give you a little bit of alpha. Check this out. So right now this is free. We are sharing some information. I have a little bit of alpha right here. This is the top trading tokens that I have for 2024: SEI, Bonk, ICP, Sol, TIA, TRB, ARB, Astro, Metis, AVAX, ONT, SOS, Analo, Sats, Waves, WIF, Beam, Filecoin. I will be making a video on all this, and the recent one that we actually had today was Cetus, which is another project that I'm pretty bullish on. So we will be coming up with a lot of content. This is information that you can go ahead and find as well with daily Bitcoin TA right here. As you can see, we have different scenarios on the hourly, bullish and bearish. So if this is the kind of information you want to get right now for free and check it out, definitely go ahead and join my Discord, which I will be posting literally right now. So give me 1 second. join my Discord. It's freaking free. It won't be free for long. Just letting you know, it won't be free for long. Probably give it 3 months at the max. But if you want to go ahead and reach out to me and message me at ALTCOIN John. Reach out to me on Discord. I will never ask for payment, so just be aware of any scammers out there. I don't think there's anybody impersonating me yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if there probably is. So just be aware of that. What else am I gonna say? That's pretty much it. I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty freaking tired. This is my second live stream of today. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream, or else I'm gonna be here for another like 2 more hours, which I would love to, but I'm running out of energy and I got a lot of work to do tomorrow for all of you guys. So join my Discord. You will go ahead and have me post some information in a couple hours. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to many of you. I hope all of you have a wonderful day. I really do appreciate every one of you. Make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications if you're brand new. Welcome to the community of the decentralized titans. And as always, let me go ahead and show you one more time. Go ahead and support the channel by using my BingX down below. MEXC, no KYC. And if you are looking for a VPN, check out NordVPN offering 69% off with 3 months extra. This is a deal that we have for all of you, so definitely go ahead and support the channel. Now they actually dropped it to 65. I don't know why, but it's been 69. I think they're just trying to play games with me right now. JMix says, so what you're saying is that they will be a huge pullback before the bull run. Should we wait for it, or should we just start investing right now? JMix, so for KASTA, if you are leverage trading, I'd be very careful. If you're looking to invest on KASTA, looking at the daily, it shows a head and shoulders pattern. But as I mentioned, with a lot of these meme tokens, it's never guaranteed where it's at, because maybe this was the pattern right here on head and shoulders. Maybe it was like this, and maybe this was ready to dump, and maybe this is the consolidation period. So more than likely we'll probably see a consolidation. If this is not the other shoulder, this is going to be a consolidation period before it has a massive breakout. So regardless of this case, what I would do is, if you're bullish on KASTA, I would go ahead and just dollar cost average myself in. And it is actually sitting right around the 618 Fibonacci retracement as well. This is actually a pretty good sign, but if it does fall below this, it's actually going to be quite bearish. So as I'm saying, it kind of shows multiple bearish scenarios and what we're seeing with the reversal of the market. But like I said, this is kind of an ugly looking head and shoulders. So maybe this pattern right here is not it. Maybe this is not it. Maybe this is already the bottom, and maybe it doesn't dump. But typically what we usually see with the head and shoulders, we see a dump. But if you look at the chart, it looks like it already actually did the head and shoulders pattern. It's like this. Look, it's kind of an ugly looking one, but it's a head and shoulders pattern, and it dumped already. So right now it's in that consolidating phase. So I would just slowly dollar cost average. Like, let's say for example, if you're looking at throwing $1,000, I would probably throw in like $100 a day, just to go ahead and see where things go. Because as I mentioned, we still have to be aware that we also have the DXY reversing. We also have Bitcoin looking like it's about to top, and we're also seeing the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones looking to top. So if this is the top of the market, meme tokens sometimes are followed by two things. They either correct very heavily with a 40% crash, and then they freaking reverse very quickly, or sometimes they actually pump right away. So it's very, very difficult to know, and it really comes down to the community. So only you know if you're actually in the community. I'm assuming you're probably a big supporter of KASTA, so you would know. But this also does look a consolidating phase. So I would just go ahead and dollar cost average myself in. And then once we see what the market decides to do, I would then go ahead and make a decision to go all in or wait. Because for KASTA, the worst thing that can happen is this thing dumps back down to 33, which will be around a 67% dump. So even, let's say for example, you're looking to throw in $1,000. Let's say you throw in $300 right now, and then it does correct, then you can go ahead and go in right now when it dumps 60%. So when it reverses, you just throw most of your money right here again. So now you have 1, 2, and 3 entries, as opposed to you throw in all your money right now and let's say the market does dump, well, you're kind of out of luck. Not really, but now you're down 67% of your back. As opposed to you throw in $300 right here, the market dumps, you throw in $300 when it dumps, and you see it pump back up, you throw in another $300, then you're going to be riding the wave to the upside. But let's say, for example, you throw in $1,000 right now, maybe you do get lucky and it does pump. So it just depends on what your risk tolerance is. If you're like, hey John, like I really don't care, I'm okay waiting 6 months without really looking at the charts, or 3 months, even if it dumps 80%, I would rather buy now because I'm afraid of missing out. Then yeah, just throw in all your money right now, not financial advice, and then just wait for it to do its thing, because maybe this is the end of the Head and Shoulders and it does pump. But as I said, market looks like it's about to correct. Like Bitcoin looks like it's about to correct, Solana, DXY, everything looks like it's about to correct. So we don't know how the market's going to react. And if it does react, it might be with a 60% dump, and that would take us to a market cap of 50 million market cap, but as I said, I don't know. No one really knows. Meme tokens are super, super volatile and manipulated. But anyways, I'm going to end the video now, chat, because I'm getting super, super exhausted. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate every one of you. I appreciate you, Glenn, JMac, Jonathan, Glenn, Johnny, Soul. Who else? Everybody else that's watching but not commenting. I really do appreciate every one of you. Make sure to